Hurricane, a tidal wave. Essence perfect, life looks brilliant. Give me more of this. I'm out of control, about to blow, and I've been caught in the undertow. So toxic, but I can't get enough. You bury me, bury me. Yeah, you bury me, bury me. You've got me hypnotized. Push me out of myself. You've got me hypnotized. I can see, I can hear, going crazy, but the light has got me hypnotized. You've got me hypnotized. Can get you out of my head again. Is it wrong? Is it right? It's like I've won my final war without a fight. I'm out of control, about to blow, and I've been caught in the undertow. So toxic, but I can't get enough. You bury me, bury me. I know you bury me, bury me. You've got me hypnotized. Push me out of myself. You've got me hypnotized. I can see, I can hear, going crazy, but the light has got me hypnotized. You've got me hypnotized. Can get you out of my head, get you out of my head. I am in misery. Everyone is watching me when I'm coming around. They all are judging me when I'm lying on the ground. I've got no shelter, I've got no escape. My life is a prison and I can't run away. I feel it in my bones, I'm losing it all. Stuck in my head, I am in misery. Deep inside myself, all I get, my only family. Stuck in the grave, can someone rescue me? I'm burning alive, I got it, I am in
You're muted.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Taking Over. I'm Red and Fries. This is the natural, the queen, the Hollywood Asher herself, Asher Bizarro. NXT started and ended. Thank you. Well, we're done here. Good night, everybody. I am in misery. Oh, you want more of a post show than that? Fine.
Yeah.
I'll talk about this show, but I'm not going to be happy about it.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels thought, what can we do to irritate Ed? And then did all of those things.
Great job, HBK. Great job. I love it. Good job. Let's do it again next week.
Like,
No? Okay.
basically everything. Everything he could basically do. We got some friends in the chat. Please say hello to everybody. We got Chris Parrish in the chat. Hello, Mr. Parrish. We got Billy. She's on time. She is indeed on time.
Yes.
Really good. Yep. By the way, it's supposed to unmute itself instantly, so how it muted me, I don't know.
I don't know.
Poor Ed, indeed. I do need a hug. I have my haterade, and today it's full of vodka.
Shouldn't I been drinking? I'm the one with the hurricane coming my way.
Yes, but I had to watch all of these terrible things on NXT.
Here we
You
go.
got STG saying OLED and Hollywood Astrid.
Well, hold on. I gotta practice. I'm in the process of coming back to the U.S. now. Did that sound about right, Bobby? Is that how you guys say it? Yeah, I think it sounds about right.
Bobby is here saying hello. The haterade is on. The haterade is indeed on, and it starts early tonight.
Yeah.
We start with two-time Trick, or that's what I was calling him, but apparently he wants to be called Trick 2 times. Or Tricky 2 times. I don't. Trick Williams starts the show saying a bunch of stuff. Wesley comes out, says a bunch of stuff.
Yes.
He wants an opportunity at the championship. Not sure why, but sure. Wesley wants a shot at the championship. Oh, because he can't challenge Oba Femi for the North American Championship. Oh, wait. We don't have to worry about that. I'll worry about that later. Then Jey Uso comes out to yeet.
Yes.
That's it. His entire purpose on this show was to yeet.
This is show up.
Whoop that trick, yeet. Also, from all of us to you, please be safe. Yeah. What did you think of this segment?
I mean, I think the only thing that was a downfall was like Jay appearing for nothing just to say that. I'm like, if would have been cool for him to say some words to Trick as champion to champion. But I am interested in having Wesley interrupt. I feel like something I wasn't expecting, especially like right away to happen. So I made it interesting to think about the fact it's like going for the world title. Let's go for it. So I don't mind that at all. But yeah, and I was gonna say thank you, Millie, for this. I don't know. I'm in the path to Hurricane Milton. Not my dad, the other Hurricane Milton on the way here. But yeah, I'm here because I got power. Let's see what happens the rest of the week. And even though I'm composed for the moment, I do have a lot of anxiety. So we'll see how this goes.
Wayne says cinema. No.
Sure.
No cinema. No cinema tonight. Nothing about tonight was cinema. No cinema for Ed tonight. Maybe for others, not for me. We then get the entrance of Kelani Jordan, followed by Jade Cargill, followed by Bianca Belair, to which we had 5 champions standing in the ring. That's a nice
And I'm gonna quote. Let me see if I can find it. The great Bianca Belair. And as Victor Talib Perry posted it, if I can find it real quick.
She won't.
Representation is a request. It's a requirement. Thank you very much, because I love this picture. Seeing all these champions, black champions to be specific, in one ring. It can be done, people. I'm just letting you know.
4 out of 5.
There you go. Yeah.
One of them is not like the other. One of them just
I forgot. Yeah. So there you go. 4. Yeah. But still, it's a full ring of champions.
You
Hi, little one.
But no, this was a great picture. I like this. Ironic. Shawn Michaels can do representation. Triple H, not so much. Believe that for now. We then have the match between Terrible Toxic, Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, and Kelani Jordan. Ashley, what'd you think?
First, I would say I love that Vic called them the Terrible Trio as well. Made me laugh when I heard that at the beginning of it. No, I can't pinpoint what happened because I was mostly like just enjoying the match itself. But they did so great together, like the double team moves together. Even just thinking of Bianca, Jade, and Kelani all matching in their gears too. And at one point before commercial, getting that pose at the with all 3 of them standing tall. That was just wonderful to watch. And I feel like even with Fatal Influence losing, they look great in the match too, as a team. And the back and forth they have with each other. I feel like that was such a fun match. I'm glad it was the opener. And yeah, I'm glad everybody was in that ring. I feel like everybody had a great performance. It's like there's nothing like bad to it for myself at least. And I'm glad that it did happen. And I'm glad that this continues on the story with Fatal Influence and Kelani as well.
Yeah, it was a good match. I thoroughly enjoyed most of what happened in this match. Bianca Belair selling the hell out of that Knicks kick, which is a great thing. I mean, granted, it's been done by AJ Styles for 20 years now, but she does it really well. I mean, she should. She's a soccer player. This is relatively easy for soccer players to do, from what I understand. Oh, I'm sorry, Bobby. Football. Anyways, Jade, Bianca, and Kelani do indeed get the win. Terrible Toxic does take the loss, as they should. I mean, they kind of had to. And of course, Jasmine Nix takes the pin because, yeah, that's what she's there for.
It has to be her. Mm-hmm.
it didn't necessarily look out, but it definitely looked good. I'll say that.
Yeah.
I didn't fear for Bianca's health. I just think that she sold very well, which is a very nice thing to do. And since I know some of these names, we have Lamath Champion and Will Chisholm jumping in, which does mean indeed it is a raid from Get the Tables. Thank you,
Of
Tony.
course.
Thank you, Dave, for joining us. We greatly appreciate it. If you haven't, please make sure that you go check out Get the Tables. They do watch-alongs for Raw, SmackDown. They did a watch-along tonight for NXT. They normally do Dynamite. They are not doing Dynamite tonight because there wasn't a ton on the card that Tony wanted to see. Plus, he was already watching NXT tonight. But they also do Collision watch-alongs and all that. So and Premium Live events, they always go do that. So make sure that you're going ahead and checking out Tony over there at Get the Tables, Diamond Dave at the Diamond Dave Show over on Twitch. They are fantastic friends of the channel. We greatly appreciate you guys joining us. Prayers to you, Astrid. Yes, everybody is worried about Astrid. Hopefully she will be fine. We will keep you updated on all the shows this week as to how Astrid's doing. One, because I think that's funny, and two, because we all are honestly worried about Astrid.
Yeah.
We then get to Axiom backstage talking about how they're going to win tonight. And this reminds me of retweeting the tweet that I was excited to see Grayson Waller and Austin Theory take down Axiom tonight. Randomly, Randy Orton's in the same room. Like, okay.
It's not a locker room either.
No, it's like Randy Orton's like personal, like just chill out room. And I'm like,
It looks like a waiting room, to be honest.
yeah, it's like a grid room. I'm like, okay, fine. Like, by the way, I love this venue. Like, I forgot to mention at the top of the show, I love this venue. I hope with the Florida stuff going on this week, I really hope that they stay here for a week or two. I wouldn't mind seeing a couple shows here. I like that they have this like standing room only thing at the top of the stage. They have this nice small bottom floor. They have a nice balcony on top. Like, it's a good looking venue.
And not only that, but thinking about like basically, I would say like 90% of the rosters from Florida. It'll be interesting how they come back home, to be honest. So hopefully they're all right home on time before all this happens.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting way to look at all this that we got going on. But I just wanted to say I do love the arena that they were in tonight, the factory in St. Louis. And like I said, with everything going on in Florida, with everything going on, North Carolina, and everybody, recovering from one hurricane as another one comes through, I'd love to see them stay here for a week or two. Stick around for a couple weeks until you get to Hershey, Pennsylvania, and Halloween Havoc on the 27th. I'd be down for it. Randy asks, how fast is Javon really? And Axiom answers without thinking, he's the fastest guy at NXT. Which really irks his tag team partner, whose catchphrase is never slow down. And Randy goes to Nathan, and he goes, it's okay. It's okay that you're a hothead. It's all right. I'm a hothead too. And I'm like, yeah, we remember your explosive disorder. We do remember you kicking everybody in the McMahon family. We do remember you handcuffing Triple H to the ropes and then kissing his wife on the ground as she was unconscious. Yes, Randy, we remember all of that. We remember all of that. We do know that. And he's like, it's okay, Nathan. Just remember, sometimes you can channel that dark side. And I'm like, ooh, yay, they're going to break up. Oh, boy, did I get my hopes up for nothing. We have that Kennedy jumping in saying, boo, and yeah, Astrid.
But it got you the necklace, though.
I did. And then he bailed on tonight's show because he didn't want to be a part of the show with me. No, he didn't. Andre's got some stuff going on. He's got a very busy week. He's got a lot of stuff going on. I have a special guest tomorrow from Marvel Talk that we'll talk about later. Wilches and Jones, we know that if this 2008 Randy, he would try to bull them kids and kick them out of the room. I do like that we're getting chill Randy, who's like calm.
Mature Randy.
By the way, how weird is it now that Shawn Michaels, Randy Orton, and Triple H are the ambassadors of the power of the office in 2024.
Yeah,
John
not on my
Michaels and
bingo
Triple
card.
H, who used to say F all authority, and Randy Orton, who I think RKO'd every authority member in the history of WWE since he started. But I like it. Those two always bickering back and forth entertains and it's Naxium. WWE has to get this right. This Fraxium thing just doesn't work. Naxium. Much better. Yes, we love you too, Andre. That's great.
Sure.
Axiom didn't look thrilled for Randy Orton telling Nathan Frazer about the dark
What
side.
if he turns though? Because it's so obvious if Nathan does. If actually Axiom does it and you don't expect it.
Oh no, I've always assumed that Axiom was going to be the one to turn. I've always assumed it was going to be Axiom.
That'll be interesting though.
And I think he's going to rip the mask off when he does it too. That would make Astrid's day. If she has to have the breakup, as long as Axiom doesn't have the mask on it.
Tough one.
We then get another backstage segment with Julia being asked by Sarah Schreiber about Cora and Roxanne and what she thinks that they're going to talk about tonight. And she says, don't worry about it. And she looks, and Sarah Schreiber's all irritated. She's like, excuse me, we're doing an interview. Like, since when do people not allowed to just walk into interviews, Sarah? Like, why are you acting like this is a new thing that they can't walk into the interview room? Come on, Sarah. This is WWE. Everybody walks in on interviews.
That's true.
But Julia doesn't seem too upset about it. She goes, my old friend, we've got this.
Mm-hmm.
And they walk out to the ring.
Yes.
Will Chisholm says, maybe because Triple H out of the clique, he didn't... Yeah, but Triple H was as much down for the F the authority as everybody else was. Drugs or no drugs, drinking or no drinking. Yeah. He wasn't one of those guys like saying all those things and then going back to the office and being the toadstool of the office. Like, he was more than down with everything DX did coming up with the ideas.
Nope.
And Millie agrees with you saying, give us a kid. I don't know which kid she wants, but she wants a kid. Do you want a particular child or do you want just any child?
No, I gotta be specific about it.
Well, she wasn't. She just said a kid. Could be anybody. I'm going to let you go ahead and talk about this segment. Roxanne Perez comes out and she cuts a promo.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I really enjoyed this just because of the fact that I love her confidence even more now after defeating Julia. I said defeating, right? And quote unquote defeating her. But the fact that she's like, oh, you guys thought like last week was going to be my last week. And it wasn't. And the fact that I like how she talks about Cora, because one thing that we always wondered is like when Cora does return, how does she fit into this story with Roxanne? Like Roxanne was a face. And then now that she's like here, you're like, okay, we're not in the dementia era anymore. So we're not going to forget what happened, even though we're both heels. And I like that aspect of it of, yeah, we're together now, but it's mostly because we have a common enemy. And it's like, we didn't forget what happened to each other. But I like the fact that Roxanne and even Cora address it and say, oh, I should have listened to you years ago because you were right. I was listening to all these people and hence why I was being that way. And I like how they address it without going too much detail into it, to put it like that. But I like that way they did it here. And then not a few minutes after, Cora interrupts her as well, talks about how people have forgot about her because there's shiny new toys like Julia and Stephanie Vaquer that are here. And I think, do you blame us though? It's like you've barely done anything. Every time you do, you get injured and you disappear again. Versus now, Julia has a big resume. So does Stephanie. We want the new faces here because we know that they're gonna bring something new to the table that you're definitely not bringing. So I was like, yeah, of course we forgot about you. I'm sorry, sweetheart. Not really. There's still that part made me laugh of like, why would we like really miss you to begin with? There is nothing you were bringing new to the table yet so far. Well, let's see if something different happens here. And
tell me when I'm telling lies.
There you go. Very accurate. And And then we have Julia Interrupter, and I like how Cora opens the room. It's like, come on, come in, and giving her the heel thing of like, there's a 2 versus 1. She's like, I know we haven't been introduced, but you can still come in the ring. And Julia looks at her and is like, I'm not going there by myself. And then she brings in another, then Stephanie Baker. Woo! And I love the the timing of this, having the 2 women. I was like, yep, this is definitely going to be the match for Halloween Havoc that we're going to get. Let's just see what type of match it is with the tag teams here. And I love how they both come in and they both go right after Cora and Roxanne. But as Cora and Roxanne exit the ring, the title's right in the middle, and Stephanie and Julia are both going for it at the same time. And it's like that picture right there of like, yeah, that was great. I really love that ending there.
Yeah, it was a really fun and interesting promo. I agree with Millie here. I can't believe I'm going to say this. I didn't beat the Roxanne portion of this promo.
Yeah.
I will say that when Cora Jade came out and said, "You've all forgotten about me when you're listing off all this deep talent in this division," I did say to Astrid, "Well, yes, but that's because you're good as wrestling as Scarlett is."
Damn. That hurt me, and it wasn't even for me.
Which again,
and I mean, folks, where's the lie?
You have Roxanne. I unfortunately
have Okay.
We'll call it the Steve Macklin clip, even though Bobby Fish is the one saying it. We'll call it the Macklin clip. Because I much prefer Steve Macklin than Bobby Fish.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I love this. Stephanie comes out. Julia's out there. They beat the ever-living shit out of the 2 of them. They hold that title. They're looking at the title. Interestingly, Cora Jade is looking directly at Roxanne, if I remember correctly, while Roxanne is looking at the title. Not what I thought was going to happen. I thought Cora would be looking at the championship too. Do you think we're getting the tag match at Halloween Havoc?
I do feel like we do get the tag match first, and maybe depending on what happens there, it might turn into a fatal 4-way. And I feel like that will be a good way to protect Julia and Stephanie, but having none of them take the pin there as well. So I feel like it's going to lead up to that. The fact that like we're teaming now, but the championship is going to come in the middle eventually. So that's my thought process on it. Is I'm like, as much as I would like to see the tag match on CW, I feel like it needs the time that a pay-per-view has. So I'd rather see it on a pay-per-view.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's definitely the tag match first. It's not what I prefer. I'd honestly just prefer the 4-way, but getting Cora in the other return later in the show was unfortunate. But when Stephanie came out, I could picture Hollywood Ashton fangirling. Yep, she was.
I got goosebumps.
She was very excited to see Stephanie come out to the ring. Because we were talking about it after the promo segment. We were listing off the people. I'm like, well, the obvious thing is Vakor. But I'm like, I don't know if they'd be friends. Because the last time they saw each other, Stephanie beat Julia for the New Japan Strong Women's Championship.
Yeah.
So that
well, the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Indeed, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And now. I do love this picture that WWE has now posted on their social medias. Wait a minute, hold on. Files are not coming up the way I need them to. Ada.
Yes. They look great together.
They do. They do indeed look great together. Much better than this monstrosity.
We're not going to talk about that.
No, I had to sit there for 5 minutes looking like Big E on Sunday morning because of that thing. Julia and Stephanie both do look fantastic. It is definitely going to be something. That belt out of the galaxy. Oh, just
galaxy.
We then have backstage the Candy Crew. And Red Sinclair utters the stupidest statement she's ever uttered in her entire life. Probably even more than when she was trying to defend herself against the allegations about the Bianca Belair stuff. When she says, "Oh, Stephanie's here. I'm going to challenge her next week." Rest in peace, my child. Rest in peace.
Yeah. Good luck with that
But
one.
why? Why would you do that?
I mean, Charlie did tell her to make a name for herself, so maybe she's trying to do that. But at the same time, I wouldn't volunteer as a tribute for this one.
No.
Not that one.
You can volunteer yourself to do a lot of things that don't involve by Stephanie McCoy.
Yeah.
Damn it, Ren. Why? Why haven't that much? That's what
Pretty much.
Charlie then tells the other two being Baby Randy, who, by the way, I'm so upset we didn't get a scene between Randy and Baby Randy.
No.
And Tavion Heights. He tells them, you gotta be more like Ren. And I'm like, this mustache fucked with Charlie's head? Wasn't it 2 weeks ago that Charlie was saying that Ren needed to be more like them?
How the tables have turned.
I think Charlie's new mustache is fucking with his head.
Perhaps.
They then walk up to Lexis King, who's bitching about losing a match. They're turning Lexis King babyface.
Still not a fan. No.
Like, it's not just me, right? Like, other people are seeing this and agree with me, right? They're turning him baby.
It seems that way.
Will Chisholm. It's because she's brave. Doesn't mean she's not stupid. I mean, she's brave. I give her A for effort. Good for her. And she accepted it. I just hope she doesn't have to have a long career. It'll be fine. Are they? I still can't hear him.
No, we cannot.
God, his facial grooming is loud. So loud.
No, it's not because Millie can hear him, so it's not loud. It's the opposite.
No, his facial grooming is loud, not his voice. Charlie then, I think, makes up a match to give Lexis King rules, which he then says it's a rounds match, which Lexis King goes, no, I can't do rounds. And I'm like, didn't Lexis King challenge for the Heritage Cup like 6 months ago?
Yeah.
Isn't that the reason why him and Eddie Thorpe were pissed at each other? Because Eddie Thorpe was playing music during his British rounds match?
I think something like that, yeah.
That he lost to Charlie Dempsey? I'm almost certain that was against Charlie Dempsey, wasn't it?
It's the facial hair that's happening here.
She's running with it. Apparently, we're not done with Lexis King versus Oro Mensah. Lexis King says he's going to have a match. A gentleman's duel. God, I can only hope there are pistols at dawn. Please be pistols at dawn. Please be pistols at dawn. And this is where Ed's terrible, no good, very bad day took an even. Tony D'Angelo and the D'Angelo family, not this D'Angelo family, the other D'Angelo family, took on and did the thing to Oba Femi. They did the thing.
I can't even say it.
I can't. I refuse.
The only reason.
I was so happy to upload this graphic into my computer the other day. I was so happy. Record? Yeah, this one. I was so happy to upload this because I was like, yay, we can use it on the show Tuesday when he wins.
Well.
You know what I forgot? Uh-oh. I deleted the graphic without taking it off the screen and that won't go nowhere. Hold on. I broke StreamYard. Give me a second.
Dun, dun.
There we go.
I knew because usually this has happened before, David, that when you go to a point that you break a record or you're about to break it, they break the record and then they lose the championship like right after. So when this happened and based on Even though I haven't seen the movie, I would put that disclaimer. Based on the story, I had a feeling Tony was gonna win.
Yeah, you know, I kept talking about how this was Rocky 3. About how they were literally quoting Rocky 3 word for word.
Yeah.
You know what I forgot about of this the whole time?
Mm-hmm.
That Rocky wins that. At the end of the movie, Rocky becomes the champion.
I was waiting for you to realize that. Just that kind of that tiny little detail at the end. Yeah.
Do you remember my message to you at mid-match when I was like, "Oh God, Tony's gonna win"?
Yeah.
And I know the exact moment. Oh, by the way, here you go, SGG. Here's some good. Here's I know the exact moment in this match, and I will forever remember the moment that I knew Tony D'Angelo was winning this match. It's when Oba Femi pushed the family and they knocked down Rizzo. It was at that moment I knew that it was all over for Oba Femi.
The way Millie wrote that, I just wanted to go, let it out, instead of let it go.
I'm not singing.
That's as close as you get from me.
But yeah, Tony D'Angelo did the thing and won the thing and has the shiny thing to prove it. You're not gonna hear me say it. I'm not gonna say it.
Tony won the championship. And new North American champion, Tony D'Angelo. There you go. You're welcome.
We then have a recap of Lola and Jada Parker. No, I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. What did you think of the match? Did you have any other thoughts on the match other than what we've already talked about?
No, I thought it was also interesting during the match that if I'm not mistaken, it was Stacks that gives him the crowbar for him to use, and Tony's like staring at it for a long while, and he's like, "I'm not doing it." And I was like, "Yes, he's doing it by himself." And I was so happy when I saw that part. And yeah, just that type of part is like that's what made me think of from the beginning. I had a feeling that I didn't realize that the timing of Oba being longest reigning NA champion until they posted the graphic, and I was like, "Oh shoot, the match is happening on Tuesday." Yeah, he's done. That was all my mindset for that. So still, it was a fun match though. I feel like they did great. Like there was a spine buster towards the end that Tony did to him. The way he slammed him in the middle of like the hall and the ramp there. I was like, chef's kiss. You guys went all out. Just wondering what's next for Oba now. What do you think that as a Oba feminist that you are?
The Oba feminist that I am indeed. I believe that he is going to dethrone Trick Williams. Sooner rather than later, I think he's going to dethrone Trick Williams.
I don't want that. No, sorry. Next.
Also, I have a bone to pick because none of this would have happened and that stupid referee would have done his fucking job. Learn from the referee in the Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan match. When you see people trying to cheat with your own two fucking eyes, call it.
I noticed that too because you can see the ref right behind Tony there. You can by the ankle, he should have seen it. Yeah.
He saw Tony D'Angelo hand back the crowbar. I don't care if he used it or not. Fine. Don't disqualify Tony D'Angelo. I get it. I get it. You don't have to disqualify Tony. He didn't cheat. But you sure as hell shouldn't have still had the family there. They should have been kicked out for trying to cheat. Oh. Learn from the referee of Bad Blood. The referee who apparently ruined the entire Bad Blood match by accidentally seeing the cheating and going, well, shit, I can't be blind. Ring, ring, ring.
I didn't see anything.
Really, I love this whole match.
Yep.
And story. STG, the only time I'll agree with
it. Let's keep that framed up for next time.
All right, we'll start that one for later. Is this guy an ex-AEW referee? Probably. He's probably related to Rick Knox, who apparently can't see anything. Papa Smokes is here. Hello, Papa Smokes. You would have liked this match. They basically channeled Rocky. Right up your alley. Moving on, we get a recap of Lola Vice and Jada Parker, and Lola wants to fight Jada Parker, and Ava makes a phone call, and then I get to use a graphic we haven't used in a while. The wife is back. The wife, my future ex-wife, Nikita Lyons has returned to save the day.
Really? Is she though?
Astrid, who would you rather win that match next week? Lola Vice or Nikita Lyons?
Team Lola. Andre, you can click.
All right, and I'm looking for a new co-host. Billy, are you available most weeks? Snubs is next level blind. STG says, holy moly. I think Billy is very upset that I've removed Ashton from the stream.
That's for Andre. He can clip it for later.
All right, you can't guest host either, Millie. No, you not.
Andre, that was for you, Andre. Andre 2/3. It is Lola.
Why? I don't need help, Ashton.
I'm the fan favorite here. There you go. Hey, excuse you.
Oh, yeah. Lola Vice versus Nikita Lyons next week on NXT. Nikita.
No.
We go backstage with Kelani Jordan, who's thanking Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill when Lash and Jakara come up to do them, to talk to them. And Bianca, I believe it was Bianca. I don't know, it might have been Jade. I wasn't paying attention to who was talking. I was just writing because I could hear the voices and I knew generally which ones were which.
You could hear the voices in your head?
I hear voices. They understand. They counsel me. They understand.
That's what I thought.
But no, where apparently Jakara and Lash challenged them for the women's tag team championships on NXT next week. But Bianca and well, they did. They wanted them for next week on NXT. And Bianca and Jay were like, no. If you want these titles, you come to us. Come to us on SmackDown Friday. And I'm like, well, that's convenient. You're already facing Damage Control, so we already know the outcome of the match on Friday. You could have at least put the match on Tuesday, so it might have been a chance that we were getting Damage Control.
Hey, you never know.
No, we do know. We know.
I know.
1,000%.
But you know what they could do? Do the same thing they did with the Crown Jewel poster. Give us alternate posters and say, like, whoever wins is going to go against Damage Control later. But yeah, then I think it was Lashes said, okay, we'll have Ava talk to Nick about it to make it happen. We'll get all that hopefully on Friday.
Although was the return because I'm trying to be nice here. Look. All right. Kayfabe, Nikita's the ex-wife. Real life, Nikita's a bunch of trouble. Just leave her be. Kayfabe, brother. Kayfabe. Future ex-wife. I needed somebody after Mandy Rose went away.
Yeah.
My night then got even worse when Axiom defeated A-Town Down Under. And it looks like A-Town Down Under might be done. Because there's very, very, very much miscues from A-Town Down Under.
And Axiom is fun.
And Axiom is fun. This is a good match. I'm grumpy. I'm not happy. It was a good match. The one saving grace I have in all this is that it looks like Motor City Machine Guns are not coming to NXT whatsoever, so Asher doesn't get to ever see them on NXT, so I don't have to worry.
You mean to tell me, like, that visual that I had, Naxium winning, all of a sudden the theme song coming up, people are like, who is this? And then they both come out. That would have been great to see tonight. It would have been awesome to see it. Am I happy they're in SmackDown? Yes, but I wanted that moment there. I have the visual in my mind of it happening this way. But still, I think it's a fun match. I enjoy what both teams were doing. And yeah, the miscommunication with A-Town just keeps happening. So I think that's something very interesting, how it's been a slow burn for my book readers. That's a book reference for you. But still, it's something that it's going to happen sooner or later. And again, that Phoenix Splash Spanish Fly combo never gets old. It's beautiful. Beautiful to watch.
I do love how Hollywood Astrid thinks that slow burn is only a book term and it's not been a
I know
wrestling
it's not.
for 20 years. And
I know it's not, but I'm just saying it's a book term too. So there you go.
you just want to get that new book show with Bobby Munson, don't you?
I don't know about Bobby, but me maybe.
They should have debuted it last week at SmackDown in Nashville. No, wait till they go to Detroit. Like, it's the Motor City Machine Guns. Why are we debuting them anywhere other than Michigan? And also, why are we putting them on SmackDown?
Well, Raw is 2 hours until next year, so do we want them on Raw? We're barely gonna get them. Might as well get them on SmackDown, which is, it's like that.
It's still
so.
2 hours.
I know, but they have less people.
When do they go? When do they go to 3 hours? Because I know SmackDown
in Netflix. Oh
no, SmackDown.
No, SmackDown. Isn't it with the new deal? I forgot
Which
what
already
happens.
started.
Unless it's next year at the same time, maybe. Do both back to 3 hours in January?
I'm just saying, because I lived there, it would have been cool. Yes.
Okay, now we get it.
Now I understand why you wanted to debut in Nashville. You were indeed at the show. By the way, thank you to the Brazilian commentary team from WWE for telling us that promo the first time we ever saw it on the Motor City Machine Guns. Have you seen the clip?
No.
Somebody clipped it on YouTube, and it was posted to Twitter, and then the lovely thief himself, engagement correspondent, Fadeaway Media, went ahead and tweeted it.
Of course he did.
Of course he did. He didn't credit anybody for it because, of course not. But,
of course not.
But yes, you like they play at the last second of the vignette, and then they come back and you hear the commentator, blah 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 blah, Motor City Machine Guns, and I'm like, well, that's pretty obvious.
Well, thanks for ruining the surprise.
Thank you for ruining it. Yeah, it's great. It's like I said, it's it is what it is. Like NXT has a better tag team division. Why would you put them on Raw and SmackDown where you don't care about the tag team titles? You don't want to know how I know about you don't care about the tag team titles? Because they're on the Bloodline.
Yeah.
You could have had them on DIY or the Street Profits without beating the Bloodline. And you still put them on the Bloodline. More importantly, Tonga Loa was the one who got them down. Mr. Botch himself, Tonga Loa.
He took the whole thing, which is surprisingly well done.
Like, exactly, like he was supposed to. It's
I know.
He did something right.
If it was him, he would have taken one championship instead of the whole thing. That's what I was expecting.
No, the match was great. I agree. The match was really good. They could have done any other ending and it would have been better. I
apologize, Tony. I think Ed is ignoring you on purpose.
No. I wanted to get to some of the other stuff before we went back to this. No, of course Tony D'Angelo winning is not the right move. Oba Femi should have been undefeated forever. Oba Femi should have been 2-title Oba, like he said he wanted to be on Instagram today. Unfortunately, no, but Tony D'Angelo winning is probably the right move for the entirety of the NXT roster. Having Tony D'Angelo as champion gives more opportunity for other people to potentially win that championship. As much as I love Oba Femi, and I love that he was North American champion, and I thought that he was doing good things for everybody he wrestled with. Because, and we've said it time and time again, it's my constant statement about Oba Femi. Oba Femi was an undefeated monster. Not undefeatable, but an undefeated monster. They allowed him to get beat up. They allowed him to get hurt. They allowed him to look vulnerable and still be a dominant beast. That's the way you build a star like Oba Femi. They've done that. The next thing to do would be to pass this on. Tony D'Angelo is a guy who's been there for them through and through since 2.0 started. There's no reason not to give him that championship and let him run with it. But no, there's never a good decision to take a title off of Oba Femi. No, it's never a good decision to do that. We can blame Tony Khan for the machine guns not on NXT. He stopped the Lucha Bros coming to the main roster, so they fast-tracked the SmackDown. I mean, I don't disagree with that statement, but I also don't endorse that statement either. I don't think Triple H went, well, I can't have one tag team, so I'll just take the other and boom, boom. Like, I don't think that's how it worked, but
no.
Yes, I can still be very proud of my baby boy. My baby boy is so good.
There we go.
SCG put a bunch of Tony Khans in the chat. We get a look back on Ridge and Chase U. Ridge is being interviewed. Riley attacks him.
My favorite thing about this has been the fact that we haven't had Andre whatsoever since the turn happened. It's like the fact that we'd had obviously the clips of it happening, but he hasn't returned ever since that happened. It's like, I can't wait for that when it happens.
Yeah. Millie, okay, I'll stop shouting. Hey, look, I was boasting about having been at Battleground last year for 6 months after I went. Hell, I even made a video that nobody asked for after I went to Battleground last year because I felt like it.
Yes, you did. I can confirm.
Then, to make my night even worse, Sexy Red came out and performed music.
I got no comment on that one.
I am told that what she did was perform music. I don't know what she did, but it wasn't music.
There were words.
I don't even know if there were words. STG,
Oh, God.
notch, elite level. Sexy Red with Booker T's commentary was amazing. Logan James, I'm watching. Hey, look, I'm very happy for people who are watching. Like, I'm not an AEW fan. I play an AEW hater on the show. I'm not a hater. I just don't care. I don't watch it. But I'm happy that people are getting a chance to watch it. I'm happy that they had a chance to, go head to head. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a good thing. Hopefully they get good ratings. Hopefully NXT got good ratings. Hopefully everybody's happy. AEW's got a big show ahead. It'd be nice if they announced a female match. They announced one tonight? Because as of earlier today, there were no ladies matches on that Wrestle Dream card.
Yeah,
By the way,
I haven't checked one, but yeah.
Wrestle Dream's an AEW show, right? Like AEW, not Ring of Honor, right? So why are there 2 Ring of Honor championships defended on the AEW paper?
Beats me.
When was the last time Atlantis Jr. Well, I know Mark was on AEW Ring of Honor last week, but they need to. Oh, STG says they announced one. Millie says yes as well.
Yeah. I was going to say the winner of that match is the one that goes to Wrestle Dream. But...
Winner of what match?
Oh, there we go. Willow won. So Willow versus Mariah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That'll be a fun match.
Great
choice. As a fan of Wrapped, I'm going to say I'm sorry. And Millie is confirming you, Willow versus Mariah. Maya Iwatani's contract expires in maybe. I mean, I don't think she's I don't think she's coming here, and if she's coming to the States, she's probably going to AEW. I don't expect to see Mayu in WWE.
That's more of a question for Andre Melba, who you most likely see on Friday for Japanese Wrestling Update. Haha! You're welcome.
It will be a tape show as they are at RCW on Friday night, so it will be a tape show. Yes. But if you go ahead and watch Andre and Melba Wrestling Talk, they might talk about that in the near future. And if not, we'll bug them to talk about it at some point.
If not, you can go to their YouTube channel and still get it there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or you can find them on Twitter, and we'll put, just because we want to, go bug Andre on Twitter. Tell him Lola Vice sucks and ask him about Maya Iwatani.
Tell him he's 2/3 correct on whatever he says.
She'll go to AEW and take phony money since he Again, as I told Mark before, those in WWE cannot throw stones at glass houses when it talks about overpaying people. That was the WWE motto for about 40 years. I wish it was Jamie, but I absolutely adore Willow, and I understand why. I love Willow.
Yeah.
When Julia said, I have a good friend, for a second, I thought it was Io, because I thought it was Io. I thought it was potentially Asuka. I thought it was potentially Kairi Sane, because Kairi was just out there in Stardom before she came back to WWE. Thought it could have been anybody.
Anyway, now Ethan is your favorite person.
He took too long. He doesn't even get a benefit for breaking up the concert. Goddamn long. She performed for an entire minute plus out there. Performed. Nobody wanted to hear that. Nobody.
No comment.
I'm saying Rossy Ogawa will help WWE get. I mean, maybe the Stardom Rossy Ogawa stuff is going to be interesting, and it's going to be difficult, depending on which people in Stardom liked Rossy Ogawa and which people in Stardom really didn't like Rossy Ogawa. So there are plenty of them that did not like him enough that all of them are going to be helped by Rossy Ogawa getting them to WWE. But again, we are not Japanese wrestling experts. The first Julia match I saw was 3 weeks ago against Chelsea Green.
Mm-hmm.
Really see AEW, the land of the most obscure referenced fan signs ever. Well, you know, AEW fans. Ethan Page comes out and finally runs off Sexy Red, and he bitches and whines that he wants his rematch before Javon Evans comes out and cuts him off. And all right, cool. We then get an update. Really, did anything else happen there? Javon Evans ran off Ethan Page.
We get another Delta promo.
Yeah, Delta will be here. I love how I dug so deep into this Route 27 thing. Totally neglected that there was a 10 on the other side of that street side. Yeah.
1027. That feels like a Taylor Swift Easter egg that you missed.
Nope. It was fucking clear as day. I'm sitting there doing my best fucking Wyatt 6. All right. There's this and this and this. What could it possibly mean? Let's figure this out. There's a Route 27 here, here, and here. No, it fucking says 1027, you dumbass. Just read the fucking sign. Next thing you know, Bill Englow's going to pop out again and go, here's the sign.
I won't forget that 1027, no.
Highlighted the Botchamania of those signs. Yeah.
It feels as popular as Andre 2/3.
Next week, we're getting Lola Vice versus Nikita Lyons. We're getting a Tony D'Angelo celebration for something. I don't know what. Stephanie McClure is taking on Ren Sinclair in her NXT debut, on her WWE television debut, because technically she wrestled for WWE already. Those were on house shows, so technically not WWE television. And we are getting the return of the spin the wheel, make the deal. So whatever matches are going to be made for Halloween Havoc, we're going to start seeing some stipulations on some of those shows. Yay. And then, as my notes say, we got Tandy versus Javon Evans. Tandy. I have Tandy Orton instead of Randy Orton. This was good. This was really fun, and I enjoyed it a lot. I did feel bad for Javon Evans at one point, because when Randy was doing his multiple suplexes on the table, did you notice that the third and fourth suplexes, Javon Evans' head just kept landing right on the fucking monitor?
No, I remember my stream started messing up, so I missed most of
the both the last two times that Randy did it, both times Javon Evans' head landed on the TV monitor. Did not look good. I did like, though, the first time Randy Orton did it and dropped Javon Evans and he landed on the floor. He went to Booker T. He said, no, it's okay. And Randy Orton reset the table all nice and neat. So Booker T could sit back down with a nice, neat table. Millie says, do we know who's wrestling against Havoc?
I was going to say,
Havoc.
if we keep with traditions, might be Shotzi and maybe Scarlett again. Or at least Shotzi.
I would expect it to be Shotzi. It could be Scarlett. I don't know if they'd mix and match them again, considering babyface heel, but I can see it.
With our luck, we get Lexus.
Don't even say that. I need a new co-host again. Millie says, I just kept shouting, just remove the monitor. I agree. Anytime you're going to throw somebody on the table, just please remove the TV monitors. It's bad for their heads when they bounce off of it. Especially that 20-year-old who doesn't have anything in the fucking head to begin with.
But he's already bouncy, so he's fine. That's priceless.
I wanted Randy to beat some sense into him, not beat him senseless. He's already senseless.
He's already bouncy. He means being bouncy-er.
Lexus King needs to go away. He has the personality of paint drying. No, I'd much rather watch paint dry.
I was about to say, I'd rather watch the paint dry than him.
But no, this is a good match. Javon Evans portrays himself very well in this match, but of course, Randy Orton gets the win because, well, duh.
Because as Ella said, Daddy wins.
Well,
yes.
I mean, sure. Not happy with Ella tonight.
Yeah.
She was mean to me on Twitter. I posted the Logan when she announced that Tony D'Angelo did the thing. I posted the "Excuse me, Logan" clip, and she said it again, and I was like, "Don't like you anymore." Just kidding. I love Ella. Ella's great. But yeah, that was the NXT show made to be Ed's personal hell.
I loved it. I'm glad it happened. Good job, Chef Sean.
Bad Sean. Bad. All right, Astrid. Tell the good people where they can find you.
Oh wait, the other thing. After this, Abe was in the office with Wes and Ethan, and they're talking about being a number one contender. And said next week it'll be Wes versus Ethan, number one contender. Winner faces Trick at Halloween Havoc. But then she goes, actually, I'm gonna change. I'm gonna add somebody else because of Javon's performance. I'm gonna add him there as well. So that's a 3-way for that too. There you go. You can find me on my Twitter.
Millie's also right. I did forget about this. Randy Orton promised a great RKO, and they did. They had a great RKO. It was reminiscent of the Evan Bourne one, but unfortunately, Randy was about 3 inches away from Javon Evans. Still made it look good, but made me sad that it wasn't done the first time. Sorry.
Yeah. You can find me on my Twitter Blue Sky as Astrid Pizarro, Instagram and Threads Astrid Pizarro 20. And if you're already here and you're in my YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button, click that bell to be notified when I upload, and hit the like button just like on the Wally one as well. Anything like that is appreciated to get to the 500 subs. More than halfway there, so I would appreciate that help there too. For me, you probably won't see me for a little bit now. I do have the hurricane coming my way. I do not know when I will have power, so hopefully I will be here on Tuesday. We'll see how that goes. Well, but I'll check in when I can.
And again, we will update you on almost all social media. On all of our Olay shows, we'll throw in little tips about whether or not Astrid is safe or not. Maybe we'll have a little Astrid tracker in the bottom. Astrid safe. Astrid not safe. Worry. You can find me on Twitter at EdFries12584. You can find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/EdFries2002. Tomorrow night, you can find me hosting Marvel Talk. Not with my normal co-host, Andre C., but indeed, Chris Doc Mueller will be joining me as we're going to be talking Agatha All Along episode 5. 5 episodes out of 9 are going to be down by tomorrow night. We're very excited for this. I'm excited to have a special guest. We haven't had a non-Oli special guest on Marvel Talk in a while. So it's going to be fun to do that. You can catch me back here again with Astrid next Tuesday night, probably. If not, I'll be doing the show solo or with maybe a new co-host since Astrid's been so mean to me tonight. Maybe I'll get a new co-host. Get rid of Hollywood Astrid. Just kidding. Sending all the love and prayers to Florida. Please stay safe, Astrid. Yes. Yeah. Thank you, Millie, for joining us. We greatly appreciate it. And make sure you continue to check out our local establishment. Later on this month, on the 31st, on Halloween night itself, I'm going to be hosting the What the Fuck Do We Know About Wrestling Trivia with Ring Respect Radio. Papa Smokes, Bobby Munson, Kimmy Sokol, and Auntie Collins are all going to be on screen with me.
Dang.
As I
what a full house.
Quiz. I know. Look, They let me be quizmaster for a night, and 2 other people come in to join the quiz, which is interesting because right after that, they'll be hosting on a Ramble.
Yeah, SCG with an important question here.
No.
Why not? Why not?
Because 1, I don't have the money, and 2, they don't make costumes that big.
Well, he can put the crown on. That's a costume. There you go, SCG. That fake crown that he has.
I am the king.
No, you're not.
Establishment.
No, there you go. That's his costume because he's pretending to be a king.
I am the king.
No.
But thank you all for joining us. We will see you next time. Have a great night.